So much NFL history has come from within the walls of Soldier Field here in Chicago. And we're happy to return to it once again in its final chapters as an NFL stadium. Coming up, we have a good one for you. Between the Dallas Cowboys and the Chicago Bears. Ball teed up, Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And we're underway from Soldier Field. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Coming out throwing is Williams. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Williams to throw. Oh, man, it's Colston Loveland. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Have to pick up 14 yards on that one. And it'll be first down Bears. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection we see with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
What is that?
First down, Williams to throw. Can't connect on the throw to his running back. That's an incomplete pass. Takes him to 2nd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
What is that?
Empty backfield now. Running back motions out left. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled for a short gain.
It's 3rd and 7.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
What is that?
Air it out on 3rd. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
What is that?
Williams throwing on 4th. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys get the football on the first turnover of the contest.
Result of the play is a turnover.
So what happened there, partner? Looked like he'd found an early rhythm on that opening series until that last throw.
Yeah, fine line between confidence, which he certainly had, and rhythm, and then also just unwise decision-making forcing that pick.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And that's good for a gain of 5. Sent to the ground by Kyler Gordon.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
Cowboys first down. It's a gain of 10.
First down, here's Dak.
First down.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. George Pickens, the intended target. So it's 2nd down coming up. Now it's Williams. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Devon Dexter escorted him to the ground.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Prescott now on 3rd down. Screen here for Williams. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Dallas 1st down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
They've worked it downfield very well to begin the drive. It's 1st and 10 at the 28. Dak now from the gun. Finds the in route complete. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
From the red zone on 1st. It's Pickens on the slant. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. Time for our 2nd quarter now. Let's see if the Cowboys can capitalize here in the red zone. Dak throwing again. Brings it in. And he's stopped as we get closer to our 1st points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Williams is in. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. And that opening series, you use this word a lot with me, Brock, methodical. No massive highlights, just effective play calling, steady progress until they cross that goal line.
Yep, and to fans and fantasy football owners, might not have been a highlight, but to the coaches, the entire drive was the highlight. A great start. I mean, great start to the game where their offense stayed consistent, operated the plan just how it was drawn up, found the end zone as a result.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Josh Blackwell to return it. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
What is it on?
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. The Bears decide to call their 1st timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
4th down and 9, and look at this. The offense is still out there.
What is it?
And we'll go for it. Williams. Brought in right side by Moore. He's got it. That's going to be a 1st and more. And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off in that game.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
First down throw by Williams. It's taken in by Rome Odunze. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
What is it on?
Again, it's Williams. That's to Odunze again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. More from Soldier Field after this. First and 10 from the 43.
What is it on?
Here's Williams again. Gets it to the 15. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears earn the chance to tie it before halftime. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. That's well done.
Johnson dialing it up. They're going to try for the 2-point conversion.
The Bears will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Sticking in the air, it's Williams. And this is Cup, and that bid for the lead works out. They're now up 8-7. They come up with a touchdown of their own, and then, I love this, a little one-upping by scoring on a 2-point try to take the lead.
Yeah, you love it because you didn't have to make that call. The coach did. But clearly, they don't want to play from behind. They want to be the one dictating. And now, well, now they've got to do it the rest of the way.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. On the return, here's Jalen Tolbert. He's stopped on the run back of the 27.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Cowboys just about set. Here comes first and 10.
Yeah, here we go. I think.
A run with Williams. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Prescott here from the gun. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Bears will take over after the tackle's made at the 40-yard line.
Prescott's pass intercepted. The Bears take over first and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's first and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. Short pass brought in. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
What is up?
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
What is up?
Third down, here's Williams. Odunze's got it right side. And he's brought down after a short game.
The Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Would have been about a 50-yard attempt on the field goal. The offense staying out there to go for this. On fourth down, it's Williams. Pass brought in by Burton. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Timeout Chicago. It uses its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. To the air yet again, Williams. And he scores. It is a Chicago touchdown. The Bears will add to their lead at the end of the half. Manage that clock beautifully down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
Williams and the Bears getting set to try for two.
The Bears will line up for the two-point conversion.
They kick the running back in motion. Williams trying to throw for it. And he's got it. They get the conversion, and that's going to extend their lead.
Bears 16.
Worked so well the first time. Hey, why not go right back to it? See if you can be successful again. They do, and they are.
Well, I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because you almost feel the confidence, right? Like, if you get it the first time, you're almost playing with house money. Even if you fail, it's still 14 points. It's not really a failure, and if you get it, well, you gain even more confidence and make that opponent think that much more.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half.
At their own 35-yard line.
They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Looking to throw. It's another first down mistake. He's intercepted again. Kevin Byard comes up with it. Well, what better way to follow up one interception than by getting back out there and picking off another on the first play of the very next drive.
And think of all the work the offense just did on the sideline to try and recover. You can put together a good plan. Here's your adjustment. And in just one play, you flush it all down the toilet.
They get it right back. That's intercepted. And the Cowboys are stopped on that return. So that interception is going to be the final play of this opening half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. Making some progress here. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this third phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here, 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. And he'll get it up to the 44.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Give to Williams from the gun. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
So often we talk about the individual having to move on to the next play. Well, that was a perfect picture of the collective. That defense staring down 2nd and 1 rose to the occasion collectively.
Here we go, third and less than a yard.
Yeah! Here we go! Morning!
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And they'll manage to contain him after that 6-yard pickup. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds. From the gun is Prescott. Has him on the quick hitter. There he goes on the right side. There it is. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Well, Brock, even with it being possibly the most popular route for teams to go to, sometimes you get it on the slants, you find yourself in the gap to turn it into much more, including what we just saw, 6 points.
All this time on task between you and I together, why do you think it's the most popular route?
Easy for the QB?
Yeah, I mean, short distance, easy for the QB, and it's also great versus man or zone. There really is not a defense that you can employ out there when you execute it right and you execute it on time. The big plays, and sometimes like this, touchdowns will follow.
And he gets into the end zone. That lead is now whittled down to a single point. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well either.
Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10.
What is up?
Williams off the play fake. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
What is it on? Here we go.
On play action, here's Williams. The left side is hauled in by Loveland. And they're going to force him out just before he can get to the 35. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Okay, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. The both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
Williams to throw on first. Connecting with his back here, Swift. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
What is it on?
Williams from the gun. Pass caught by Adunze. And how about this, Brock? They gain 11 on 2nd down. Nice work to claw some back. They make it 3rd and short.
Josh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He can take it to the house.
3rd down, 1 yard to go.
What?
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. It's on target to Moore. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him to route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
First down. Here's Swift. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's Bears football to begin the 4th as they try to hang on to the lead in a close game. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Williams will look to throw. It's on the end. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing games.
That's another Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
What is up?
Inside handoff to Swift. Kicked it outside, found himself about 4 yards as a result. It's 2nd and 10.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
Gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Williams to throw. Brought in right side by Moore. And he will not get the first, but oh, this is close. Looks like they're going to have about a yard at most to gain after he picked up 3. 3rd down.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
What is up?
He'll throw it. He brings it in. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. Bears holding just a 1-point advantage. A touchdown would put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with 1st and goal.
What is it?
They on the counter with Swift. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
The Cowboys signaling for their first time out, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
What is up?
They're going to pass it here. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears get some all-important insurance. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, Tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they could be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
So this would potentially ice the game right here. They're going for 2 and trying to make it a 2-possession game.
The Bears will line up for the 2-point conversion.
The Bears decide to call their first timeout. And they'll take this opportunity to discuss what's next over on their sideline. Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. It's no good. Not the time you want to see the extra point off the mark here in a one-score game in the fourth.
Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
So after the missed extra point, he's still out there. He's going to put it back in play. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be 2nd down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space, D. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, here we go. Right there.
He'll look to throw it. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. To throw. Screen here for Williams. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock still running. Timeout Chicago. It uses its 2nd. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Offense staying out there. Looks like they're going for it.
Yeah, here we go. I think.
Desperation time here. Gets him on the out route. And they do not get a desperately needed 1st down. He doesn't make it.